Justin Waller is another delusional red pill guru who, just like MLD, loses control when confronted and challenged by an intelligent person. In this case, he was challenged by Lila Rose. Unlike all these average OnlyFans girls who constantly get mocked and insulted in every podcasts, Lila Rose is a highly educated woman. She is also very religious and conservative. She knows a lot about relationships and how they work. So during the podcast, one of the hosts asked Justin Waller if he will ever get married, to which Justin replied by stating that he will get married, but not in the traditional way. This means he will marry his partner, but without any vows or making it official through involving third parties like the government or lawyers.
Let's see here.
So, I have a question.
Yeah.
Justin, do you ever see yourself getting married?
No, not on paper. No, absolutely not. I believe in love and marriage and in regards to taking care of a woman fully and your responsibilities as a father and a provider and protector. 100%. In fact, I think that's probably what's broken about the world. But in regards to letting the state get into all my businesses that took me over a decade to build, absolutely not, no.
Actually, many people might agree with Justin in this matter, because in recent years, a lot of men and their lives have been destroyed by unfair divorce settlements. So Justin's answer can be considered very good. However, the problem begins when Justin started to make ridiculous statements after that. For example, he claims it is okay to have 5 wives or 5 families as long as he takes care of them. Even Muslims can't marry 5 times. They can only 4 times though. Anyway, Lyla fired back at him and used this opportunity to destroy and expose Justin's fragile ego and beliefs.
Justin has enemies.
I might have multiple family.
Oh.
You never know. I might like family more than you, so much I have 5.
She threw at Justin very sensitive and hard questions like, doesn't having multiple wives create jealousy or bad environment for the children? How would he feel if his own daughter dates someone like him who cheats on their partners? And lastly, she asked him a question which revealed Justin's hypocrisy and fake personality. She asked him, how can he preach and promote self-improvement and at the same time be a bad example as a father to his own children?
But you don't think that it will be ultimately an opportunity for jealousy or disharmony amongst
women are always going to be
families?
jealous. What's changed about that? Women have been jealous all the way through time. So
I'm not jealous in my marriage.
I don't care about your marriage. I'm talking about mine. What my life is going to be. So I don't answer to you.
And you would want that for your daughters?
Yeah. I live my life unapologetically on my terms. So if my daughters that are overly spoiled and educated in every way and have friends all over the world and world traveled in the best schools in the world, if they have a problem with me at the end of the day, then they can kick rocks too.
But I guess I'm asking if you're comfortable answering, obviously, but are you wanting to be a role model for your kids? Is that part of
1,000%. A father should show up in every way for his children. I think I'll be better than most fathers, regardless of how many children I have. I might have 100.
But you think part of being a role model, it's okay for your kids not to know even your relationship status with their own mom?
They will know the relationship status with me and their mother.
But you have other relationships with other women too.
What does that have to do with anything?
But you don't think that's a problem for your daughter to know that about their dad? That he has multiple mistresses?
That's up to my daughter, man. You know.
But do you want your daughter to have a guy like that long term?
If he takes care of her in every way and she has a much better life because of it, yeah, I'm cool with that.
Ask yourself, what kind of a father would be okay for his daughter to be married to someone who constantly cheats on her? What kind of father would accept such a humiliating lifestyle for his daughter? Does these kinds of beliefs make Justin Waller an alpha male or a psychopath?
But I think the big question is, it seems like you're really focused on self-improvement, which is awesome. And so I guess my question would be, is it ideal? Like, what are we striving towards individually, right? And what do we think is best for society? And I think kids want to know their parents love each other and are committed till death do they part to each other.
Yep, didn't say any of that wasn't true.
But
You're the one saying that's not true.
Okay, but do you think it would be a little bit confusing for one of your kids if they found out, let's say theoretically?
No, because if they trust me enough to come to me, I'll just tell them the truth. What are we talking about? I'm not hiding from anything. I just told you.
I understand that.
It seems like you're challenging it because you have a problem with it. I simply don't care.
So your kids, you're saying you don't care if they find out you have multiple mistresses?
If I had multiple women and then my kids came to me, then I would just talk to them like an adult. If they're adult enough to ask, I'm adult enough to tell them.
How this can be good for society if his own children don't see if their own parents love each other? Just like all the fake gurus, Justin got angry and lost his temper. He didn't answer Lila's questions directly. He instead gave random answer to feed his own ego. Nevertheless, every person on that podcast knew and witnessed how Lila hurt his fragile ego. Most importantly, Lyla Rose definitely saved many young men from buying Justin's fake online courses, or simply following him blindly and some of his insane advices. If you enjoyed this video, then you should try watching our last video where we covered about how famous YouTubers or tourists get scammed when they are traveling abroad. It will also help you learn how to avoid these scams and defend yourself. Thank you for watching our video. It will be great if you help us reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. Join the journey and become a part of our family by subscribing to our channel. We hope you enjoyed this video and please stay tuned for more.